All right, so let's talk about this year and owning a boat for my first year. I think probably most of you that watch this channel probably just want to see me catching fish, but I figure I'd fill you in on details that maybe aren't so fun to fishing. Owning a boat's a lot of work, and I think everyone says that when they buy it. The best days when you buy the boat and the best days when you sell the boat. It's kind of the old common phrase, which is probably true. I love fishing. I love everything about it. It fills a void in my life, gives me something to kind of look forward to once a week or twice a week, and it's challenging. So when you get a boat, it opens up a whole new set of challenges. So first thing you got to think about is where you're going to store the boat. Where are you going to store all your gear once you have the boat sitting somewhere? You have to plan your whole day around getting the boat to you if you store it at an off-site location other than your home, and then putting the boat away, wiping it down, and then maintaining the boat. Those are things that you just kind of tend to forget about, like everyone probably does when they're excited about buying a new toy. I look at it like a challenge at times because I live in an apartment, so I can't store the boat here. The garages aren't big enough. I only have an 18.5-foot boat, so that's 22.5 feet that you need to store the boat, and no apartment garage runs 22.5 feet. They all run about 18 feet. So if you have a Honda Civic, it's great, but if you got a boat, it's not so great. I struggled with when I made the move. I used to be able to store it at my old place underneath, which was great. It was helpful, easy. I could work on the boat, but now I have to store it at an off-site location. Thankfully, I have an aunt and uncle that have garage space that they don't utilize, so they have allowed me to keep it in there over the winter. But I was keeping it outside for a while, and that was just a nightmare. Every time you wanted to put the boat up, you had to put the cover on, take the cover off. I had to get the boat 24 hours in advance. So then you have to charge the boat, which isn't easy. Just a lot of factors that are involved. And then when you're out on the water, you kind of only have limited time. And fishing by yourself can be a little bit boring at times, even shooting a YouTube video. And if you're not catching fish, it can be really, really tricky. So props to the guys that do this every week. Pump out videos every couple days. I hope they live in somewhere that has fish a little bit more accessible than where I live, where fishing can be tough at times. So yeah, think about all those factors before you buy a boat. It's a big commitment, and it's something that everyone should think about before purchasing. The maintenance, the storage, the factor that people say they want to fish and then they just don't have time. So it takes a lot of time. If you're going out on the water, you better dedicate a good 8 hours to fishing that day. Then you have to pack your lunches, pack drinks. It just takes time. And if you have a short amount of time to fish, it can be very difficult. But with that said, this year in 2019, I'm going to try my best to do more fish-related trips. Last year was a little bit of a struggle just because I bought the boat and didn't have a whole lot of free time. This year I'm going to make time to take the boat on weekend trips and maybe fish some BFLs. I fished a club last year. Unfortunately, due to my work schedule, I can't fish every weekend. So I missed out on a lot of opportunities that could have been pretty fun to take the boat on. The other problem in a club is you really need a partner, and I didn't have a partner. So I was kind of fishing solo, and fishing those tournaments solo is not fun. You needed somebody else. We did win one, though, which I will also link in the description below. And I was pretty excited about that. My boy Big Bassmaster 1, Cole, just happened to be fishing the area the day before, so he knew where some fish were, and we killed it on the Ohio River, which catching a 12, 13-pound bag on the Ohio River is pretty good. Those fish aren't very big, but we caught them in the spawning, so it was easy to just find them and then just crack them. So that's kind of the boat scenario. I don't have any fun, great stories. I did take it down to Kentucky Lake a couple times. One time I had an oil issue, which another maintenance issue. Ended up fixing that, and the next time I was really kind of focusing in on ledge fishing. I do wish I had the Ultrex. I don't have that. If you're going to ledge fish, that Ultrex probably changes the whole game for you. If anybody has $2,800 they want to shell out and give to me, I would appreciate that to buy new Ultrex, but that ain't happening anytime soon. So, did catch a 6-pounder, which was probably my PB for last year. So, owning a boat's tough. It's a struggle. Think about all aspects of it before you purchase it. All right, so let's talk about 2019 and what is in store. This year, I'm going to continue to progress. Once the weather breaks, March probably, I will be taking the boat out locally. There are probably 12 lakes within a 30-mile radius of here that I can fish. I will probably hit every one of those, and some are trolling motor only, some are full motor. Also, I'm going to fish. We have a Thursday nighter here in Cincinnati that you fish the river. It starts at 4 o'clock and then runs till dark. So once that starts kicking in, I'll fish those again. And I have some trips planned, and I'm going to try to focus the majority of my fishing around these trips. I think I said that earlier on. Especially for recording purposes, it's hard to fish a tournament and try to capture the whole thing. But if I can, I will. Yeah, so I am going to Guntersville in April, which I'm pretty pumped about. I see tons and tons of videos in the Guntersville Lake, and it looks like a great fishery, and I'm looking forward to it. We're staying right on the water, so we can just bust out every morning and go. And also I have my good friend Josh, who has been in some other videos of mine, coming down from Milwaukee to join us on that trip, so that should be awesome. I think one of the things this year is just really getting better at fishing. Last year was kind of a learning experience having the boat. I was more worried about the boat than I was the fish, and this year I'm going to be more worried about the fish than the boat. So, I hope you guys stay tuned. It should be a fun year to watch. I try to keep these things as entertaining as possible. I know it's not the easiest thing to sit through a 10-minute video of the same thing that everyone else is recording. I try to make mine a little different, get some drone shots, get some, some commentary, and then some dog shots. My man Cash is getting big, so I'm hoping to bring him out on the boat with me this year a little bit more, and hopefully he's finally starting to chill out, so I think I can probably keep him entertained on the boat by just hanging out. So anyway, I appreciate all the support. I appreciate you guys watching. I'm looking to grow the channel as usual. Sorry I don't make videos every other day, and sorry they're random. There's really no consistency to these videos. It's hard to be consistent when you work 55, 60 hours a week and then still try to fish over top of it. Unfortunately, I'm not like the rest of the YouTube world. I do have a job and definitely try to keep that as my priority in life and let this be a hobby. So stay tuned for a good 2019. I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate the support, and remember to hit the bell for the notifications, and also subscribe, share, like, all that fun stuff. And also remember that I'm a part-time YouTuber, so if I put some clickbait out there, it's okay. I'm allowed. I'm trying to get you guys to watch the damn videos. So with that said, stay tuned for a great year.